Hi, Peter Bernstein here from the floor of ITEXPO Miami. We're getting into the home stretch here, and I am delighted to be joined today by Mike McBrien, who is the General Manager for Cloud Connect at Genesys. Mike, delighted that you could be one of our cleanup hitters here.
So great to be here. Thanks so much for having me.
You know, nice weather, warm winter, great show. What could be better, right?
Yeah, you gotta love Miami.
Yeah.
Yep.
So let's get right to the core of things here,
Okay.
which is you guys created a bit of a stir with a new capability,
Right.
and you're also going after a new marketplace as well, which is also exciting. So why don't we start with what you're introducing and why it's important, and then we'll get into who's it for.
Okay, great. Well, so what we're introducing here at the show is Genesys Connect, and Genesys Connect is the first time that Genesys is actually taking our award-winning software and putting it in the cloud. So we're going to have a direct cloud offering called Genesys Connect, tightly integrated with Salesforce, our partner in this, and it's a brand new offering for a brand new market that's really exciting for Genesys because it's a market we really have never been able to serve before.
So let's talk about, from a practical standpoint,
Mm-hmm.
what the customer is going to see, and then we'll get into
Sure.
who the customer is. I think what people need to know, and what may be fearful for some when they're talking about, especially moving their contact center into the cloud,
Right.
is that, oh my God, I'm going to have to retrain everybody.
Yeah.
And number one. And number two, that it's hard to set up. You want to address both those points?
Sure, and I think those are both valid points. But what we really try to do is, Genesys has been around for 20 years. We've had a great history of helping our customers do a good job taking care of their customers. And we've done it through a traditional software model where people would buy our software and implement our software, and they had all the things that they had to deal with. They had to deal with IT, they had to deal with hardware, they had to deal with everything. And for a lot of our customers, it's really, really important that they have that totally customized, integrated contact center to their environment. So what we've done with Connect is we've taken that 20 years of best practices, and we've really simplified it. We've really made it easy for somebody to be able to come in and build their contact center by using our best practices, maintain their contact center, grow their contact center, but they don't have to be somebody that's specifically trained in contact center. So if you look at our new offering with Connect, you can actually build your contact center, maintain it, manage it, build your IVR scripts, all inside of Service Cloud, all inside of Salesforce Service Cloud. So you never even exit out to touch the Genesys platform. So we've really made it so smaller businesses or departments can focus in on their business and not have to focus in on how to run a contact center.
Okay, that's a perfect segue into what the other thing that we want to talk about, which is the customer set.
Right.
So this is, I won't say it's the underserved 5 billion or however many there are around
Right.
the world, but contact center functionality has been critical forever.
Right.
We all, whether we know it or not, have had IVRs if we're a small businessman, have had voicemail, have had capabilities for doing outreach and automatic dialing.
Right.
A lot of functionality, not the full-blown list for a big enterprise, but out of reach
Right.
for the most part of this market. Let's talk about the customer. Let's talk about ease of use,
Yep.
and let's talk about where you see the opportunity.
Well, Peter, we've always seen a large opportunity in small to mid-sized companies and smaller tier companies. And that's really, really where we're focusing this. And again, we're trying to focus it with the ease of use, the simplicity, the quickness of being able to set it up, where in the past, a solution like this just hasn't been available. They've had to go in and buy the hardware. They've had to go in and get the integration. They've had to go in and spend time. And a lot of smaller businesses are really focused on growing their business, and they really don't have the time to focus in on something like this. So I think what we're really excited about is we've been able to take those great things and all the goodness inside of our software and make it very easy and very quick and very friendly for somebody that's more of a business user to be able to actually implement and roll out.
So let's talk about this. Let's say I'm small travel agency,
Yep.
Dispersed operations, not a sophisticated IT shop, but I do know that I need to do this. Tell me about ease of use and ease of setup, ease of use.
Great. Let's use a travel agency. I think that's a great analogy or a great example to use. So you're a travel agency and you want to set up your contact center and you have 4 people inside of your organization that'll take phone calls, or 10 people inside your organization that'll take phone calls. So the first thing you'd think about is when a call comes in, what do I want to say? Hi, welcome to Peter's Travel Agency. Thank you for calling. Mm-hmm. So you'd actually go and record or have professionally recorded. Hi, thanks for calling. Peter's Travel Agency, thanks for calling. And then you might say press 1 for sales, press 2 for ticketing, press 3 if you want to cancel a reservation. So you actually create those scripts, and we have a great user interface that allows you to create these scripts and then to identify the 10 people inside of the organization that will be taking the calls, associate some skills with those people, like they're really good at cancellation, they're really good at taking new orders, and you actually build on your own without having to have any technical knowledge what that script is going to look like, how you're going to route those calls to those agents, and how you're going to handle, hours of day, hours of how, what time you're open, what time you're closed, all the basic simple things that you need to do, but in a way that when you're done an hour later, you have a script that comes up, and if someone dials the 800 number, that's what they're going to hear.
And the really nice thing for an SMB is no sticker shock, right?
Right.
We're moving CapEx to OpEx, and
CapEx
we're
to
working
OpEx.
at the margin,
Yep.
and you can test at basically no cost.
Yeah,
and then roll it out fully as you need it, right?
And traditionally, rich opportunities like this or rich systems like this really weren't available to the marketplace we're going after because they've been expensive and they've been hard to implement and just haven't been at a cost point that makes it effective. So it's pay per month per user. It's quick and easy to get up and running. It's tightly integrated with Salesforce, which I think is fantastic. We love having them as a partner. It's all the goodness of Genesys wrapped up into a new way of buying it. And we're excited about the marketplace because now we're working with, we work with the top companies in the world with their contact centers. And now we're working with this next tier of customers that are growing fast, they're smart, they're great business people, and they're fun to work with.
And just to conclude, and I'll give a little pitch, you're also working independently now, right? So,
we are.
And there's goodness in that as well.
Yeah, we've had a long relationship with our former parent company, Alcatel-Lucent. They're still a very good partner of ours, but in January of last year, we became an independent company, and it's been really exciting. Alcatel was great; they helped us a lot, and we've had just a great last year being independent, growing the company, and we're also really, really excited because we won a very, very special award.
I heard that rumor.
The great award was awarded this morning, Best Contact Center Solution.
So you beat me to the punch.
Oh, no, you're going to tell them that?
That was going to be my wind-up and my pitch.
Well, we have forwarded that to all the executives out in California. Everyone's really excited, and we feel like it's just such a great validation of our vision of what we're trying to do to have, ITEXPO come back and validate their vision of what we're doing as well.
Something, as one of the judges, I will say it was well-deserved and well-earned.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for being here with us. And I guess the closing remark here is try it, you'll like it, right?
Try it, you'll like it.
Thanks a lot.
Thanks so much, Peter.